Good morning and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Bluddworth, and as you can see by the graphics, this morning's video is something I normally don't do. What I'm doing is I'm pitching a Kickstarter to you, and I have no connection to this Kickstarter whatsoever. I'm not a paid sponsor. I didn't get any, free materials in order to, present it out to you. I am just a fan and a consumer, just like you, maybe. And when I took a look at this, and it really seemed to me to be a product that I was comfortable in backing, and I just want to bring attention to it because I think that it's something along the lines that many of my subscribers might also get into. So what really caught me was the old school gaming and new school mechanics. I um, I only became briefly aware of this, or initially aware of this, from Dungeon Craft, Professor Dungeon Master, and even though I didn't even finish watching his entire video on it, I quickly looked at the Kickstarter. I mean, and I was like, wow, all right, this looks like something that I can really get into. And so I just wanted to do that same preview for my viewers here. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Kickstarter page for ShadowDark. So as you can see here, yes, there's my logo, and there is "You are a backer." I pledged at $109, and I'll go into what that pledge was. You can see that it is currently at $450,000. This is its second day, possibly, or into its second day since it launched. So incredible growth and incredible excitement about this. So, classic adventure gaming for 5e and old school players alike. One book, all you need to play. All right. Even though it comes with two books, but we will get into it, and let's watch this video here. Before it goes back in through it again. I'll check the sound quality later. So, as you can see, I backed this at $109, which is the complete. It comes with the everything in print, everything in PDF, and that includes the core rule book, the game master screen, the cursed scroll zine. So what is it? Three zines, a mini adventure, one, two, three mini adventures. It looks like, and some pre-constructed first level characters, both in print and PDF, and all physical and digital stretch goals. So here's an example of the art. I mean, the art is phenomenal. If you look at this, I know there'll be some people, oh, it's not color. Uh, Look at the detail that is in this. You can actually see the texture of the artwork, and it's almost three-dimensional. When you see this, I mean, that is the level and quality of the artwork. Um, and there's a certain aesthetic to black and white art that color just does differently. So I'm not saying one is better than the other, but there's a niche for black and white art that you see in many different art forms. You see it in tattoos. In tattooing, black and white art in a tattoo is oftentimes more expensive than color art, because black and white art um, requires a different excuse me, a different and oftentimes higher level of technique than color art does, because you don't have you're using the absence of color and grayscaling and such in order to create that depth here, where you're not using color to do that. So really, really phenomenal art. So here are the features of the game. So there are 4 core classes: fighter, priest, thief, and wizard. I love the fact that the author, she goes to um, thief, and really talks about the class as the way it's, in my opinion, supposed to be depicted. So it's D20 based, so very easy for anyone familiar with Dungeons and Dragons to access into it. It's a D20 system. I prefer a D20 system to begin with anyway. I think that it is a very simple system to use. No dark vision. Love that. All right. Total darkness is dangerous. So elves and dwarves do not have dark vision, um, or any kind of vision that gives them an advantage in darkness. And so, using torch economy is really going to, be a thing in this. And the one dimension of torch economy is that it's, from what I understand, a torch will burn for 1 real time hour of game time. All right. So if you're playing for, 3 hours, let's say a typical, a typical game session is between 3 and 4 hours. Whatever player characters are carrying torches, they better have 3 or 4 torches in order to provide that illumination for them. So really love that. Treasure grants XP, and tracking is dead simple, so we'll see how that works out. And I am going to do a follow-up video looking at the quick start rules. So this is just an introduction of the Kickstarter, and you have plenty of time to sign up for this as well. So you roll to cast spells. Magic is exciting and risky. So that tells me that there's a chance that your spells don't work. Number one, there's a chance that they terribly fail, perhaps giving a negative consequence, and there's a chance that they are super effective, like you rolled a critical, and now they're going to be very effective. Simple distances, close, near, and far. I've seen this also in an index card RPG, and it is really a brilliant and simple system. Sometimes rules can be simplified to the point that they become elegant rather than just rules light. Um, Morale and reaction rolls. I'm not a huge fan of morale and reaction rolls. I like to just determine that as a game master, or I never have PCs roll for morale. I let the players decide what the morale of their characters is in the moment. But I'll take a look at the system and see how it works. Always on initiative. Time is easy and trackable. or easy to track. There are 6 character stats. Now, I watched her video, and I'm just missing her name right now. Um, I watched her video where she rolled a character up, and I was really impressed at the fact that she legitimately rolled right there on screen, and she went down order 3d6, and it was looking really bad for the first couple rolls. It was like an 8 strength, a 4 dexterity, it was going pretty bad, and then she finally pulled it out with like a 14, a 12, and a 12 or something. But it was impressive, the fact that she was going to roll with it and basically keep that character. And there's a lot to say about the old school when it comes to things like that. Her wizard that she ultimately created also only had 1 hit point. So playing with a character that only has 1 hit point, although extremely challenging, there's a certain level of accomplishment if they actually survive. I haven't seen the death mechanics yet, so once I delve into the quick start, maybe I'll see some mention of the death mechanics there. So there's no skills, uh, just ability checks and advantage and disadvantage for certain abilities that your character might have. Like, I know that a wizard, for example, will be able to select a single spell that they know at first level that will become a spell that they have advantage with. And so they'll always get 2d20 rolls to determine its effectiveness, or whether it was a success or not. So that's a pretty innovative thing. I haven't come across that before, where a magic user would specialize in a particular spell. Maybe schools, I've seen that before, but never in a particular spell. So that's an interesting thing to me. It separates ancestry and class. Yeah, the days of using race, as silly as that might be, those days are gone, and so they're using ancestry and class, and so it is what it is. Um, I was never, I mean, species is more accurate than even ancestry, but fine. That's fine. Randomized character class abilities, emergent character growth. I really want to dig into that and see exactly how that was going to be. Like, I was watching her character creation, and it does seem like anytime the character levels, you're going to roll on a random table to see what new class abilities they get at those levels. And so a second level fighter is not a second level fighter is not a second level fighter. They might have some variation in their abilities based on that random roll. So that's really cool too. Low hit points, fast and deadly combat. So the one thing I know that she mentioned was that you only get your con bonus on your first roll, on your first level hit points, and then thereafter it's just the die roll. So if you do have a negative Constitution modifier, it actually benefits you, because you don't have to worry about it other than at first level. So um, it's it's kind of an interesting thing. I'll see how that works out, because I know um, a lot of people, a lot of DMs really go with the maximum hit points at first level. But this actually might make it a little bit more balanced than that. Simple encumbrance gear slots. All right, so we'll see how that works out as well. Let's continue looking at, so here you can see some of the art, continuation of the art. That is what the books or the book will look like. So that's the front and the back. 330 pages, full rules for characters, gameplay, and GMing. 239 monsters, 85 iconic spells, 97 magic items, dozens of robust roll tables, reference charts, spectacular black and white art, Flat layout sewn binding. Oh, I like that too. So you can lay the book down flat. Makes it easy to make copies as well, although getting the PDF, so that doesn't really need to. Black ribbon bookmark and chapter markers along the sides of the book, which I also like as well. This is the premium. Comes in a green and silver foil. I'm not going to pay the extra $20 for that. See the maps that are inside, so that looks, pretty cool. And the game master screen. It'll be interesting to see how useful this is. And I'm waiting to see like a preview of it, or once we get the PDFs, I will definitely take a look at that and review that. Here are some of the zines, and very good presentation on the Kickstarter as well. I like the fact that they're changing up the covers of the zines, and then mini adventures, 8 character cards. So you could see the simplicity of the of these cards, and you could see the simplicity of the character sheet. So that's really nice. I wonder if the pictures. I guess the pictures are the orientation is going to be profile and instead of landscape, although that looks landscape, so I'm not sure. And then the various pledge counts. Let's see if she has added any new. So here's the basics. Now you can get the the quick start rules on DriveThruRPG for free, obviously, and there's a carousing system which I really like. That's something that I did more with Conan 2D20. I actually created a carousing system for that, and I've created a carousing system for other game systems as well as a homebrew. So it's nice to see that it's actually here, because it does allow for you to even gain experience points in between adventures, and it actually also helps create ideas for next adventures and such like that as well. So really looking forward to checking that out. Actually, so darkness in real time, uh, XP and leveling up. So there's a chance, like you roll for random leveling up and such. Carousing, which I've mentioned. Uh, there's also an in-world betting game included in the book. It's called Wizards and Thieves. So there's a gambling sim mini game. Game mastering. So there's tons of advice and rollable tables, robust generators, 1,100 unique encounters. So anytime that you have something like this, it allows for solo play as well. So that's just something to also consider. I mean, even at this view, you can see the art is just phenomenal. I can only imagine how much more detail you'll actually be able to pick up looking at it, in its full size. 10 reasons to start playing. And this is from, so these are these I believe are sponsors. All right. So that's one of the things that I want you to realize when you're looking at some of these reviews. They're reviews by sponsors. So the physical reward backers, the Stingbat are Sturges but cooler, and they are that's a sticker. Let's see, they've unlocked. Let's see if they've added more. They haven't added more, so I'm sure that she will add a bunch more because she's well above that 150,000 benchmark here. And then the various add-ons that you can get. So, and then here's a schedule of the various things that. So this is March. This is March 2nd. So there's going to be a YouTube live AMA. Then Monster Monday is every Monday. I guess they're going to do a, they or she is going to do a monster reveal, possibly every Monday for the remainder of the month. And that'll be cool to look at. Let's see. Every Monday, backers get a free PDF of a brand new Shadow Dark monster with killer. Oh, I didn't even realize that. All right, so that's cool. Um, yeah, let's actually read these things so I can see. Ask Kelsey, that's her name. Your questions about Shadow Dark RPG. So I'm definitely going to jump in on one of those lives. And on Saturdays live at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And I am going to ask which OGL this actually uses, if any. So that'll be interesting. Or maybe it uses Creative Commons. I'm hoping it doesn't use Creative Commons with the 5.1 SRD. I'd prefer that it's completely OGL and SRD 5.1 removed from that. Play Shadow Dark with the creator. Kelsey is running a 2-hour ShadowDark session for 4 members of the community. Come to learn how to play. Come first serve. That's going to be hard to get in on. GaryCon open tables. All right, so she will be running it at GaryCon, and I'm sure that they are going to sponsor this as well. I really do anticipate that this is going to be a $1 million plus, Kickstarter, without a doubt. It's going to be $1 million plus Kickstarter, possibly even more than that. So Kelsey Dion is the creator. The art team, you can see here, is the art team. So Brandish Gilhelm, I watched his video as well. He's the head of Runehammer Games, and so his talking this up was super huge. And going on further, so this is Dungeon Craft. And like I said, I discovered this from his video, even though I didn't finish watching his video, because I immediately jumped to the Kickstarter, read about it, and I was like, all right, I'm backing this. So we will come back here. So there you have the pitch of it. I certainly backed it. I really like what I see in this. There's still 27 or 28 days left, 27 days left in this Kickstarter. And, to be honest with you, I'm going to go to those question and answer and, ask about the game and such. And I will make my determination as we go through, and see if I'm going to continue my backing of this. But it really does look like I will do that. I like 99% of what I've seen so far. And, I'm looking forward to digging into that, the quick start rules. And I will do a separate video for that as well. So you will see what I'm seeing for the first time, probably this weekend. I'm working the rest of the week, so I've been kind of busy. So probably this weekend, maybe Saturday, I will put up that video as well. And then I want to get back to my Index Card RPG series of videos and get back to my painting as well. So my mini painting as well. So those will be the next couple of days worth of videos. Like I said, today and tomorrow, I'm working a lot. So it won't be until the weekend that I get back to doing some other videos. So once again, thanks for joining. I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions or comments about this, feel free to ask. But I will most likely just direct you to the Kickstarter and to look at Kelsey's own videos and such, so you can learn a little bit more about the game system. And like I said, I'm going to do the quick start video preview sometime this weekend. So thanks for joining. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. hit the alert button so that you'll get alerts for new downloads. And I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime soon. And just be safe out there and enjoy gaming. Take care.